if we have or not, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we have. Who said that to you? I bet it has, I've not been told.
Okay, alright.
We've had better weekends. Better weekends.
You're gonna reset?
Yeah.
You have to?
Yeah, it's gonna be a pissed off drive.
So we're at Silverstone? No, we're not at Silverstone. We're at Snetterton. These are the scrutineers, so their important job is to make sure we've got safety kit that's up to scratch, that isn't out of date, gone off, and checking that our helmet, hands, suit, gloves are all current.
So these guys are all fully licensed by the Motorsport UK, MSA. They're not so much checking for eligibility, that's something that happens after the races and after qualifying.
So that could be like a customs inspection where they rip everything apart and have a look inside. Should be a good weekend. They've got a double header, and it's race today, race tomorrow. First thing up this morning is qualifying.
I'm with Rob Wheldon, standing in for Ben Stone. Trying to find my feet with the car. It's a little bit different to a Radical, very enclosed, so I had to get used to that, but it's going okay. We'll find out how well today.
I'm back. I'm back with the Arden car this weekend, and I'm really excited to be, joining their team this weekend with David.
I've had a shave and I changed car, yeah. I'm racing for the University of Wolverhampton now. Unfortunately, my AM driver backed out of the championship, so a drive came up with the university, which I happily accepted.
First hole for us, so well happy.
So it means that we'll be starting from pole. So exactly what we wanted. We've done all the hard work yesterday and getting the car quicker, up to speed with the setup.
Yeah, it was mad. I mean, I knew it was fairly quick, but you never know where you are until you come in, really. So yeah, buzzed. I bet it has, I've not been told.
Okay, alright.
For the non-compliance for overpowering, so overboosting. So these cars are turbocharged, and we measure the boost that the turbo's kicking out, because obviously that has a direct impact on the power of the car and the lap times. Technical regulations for the Praga Cup, and they're put in place to make sure that certainly in a one-make series, all the cars are dead equal, and it just comes down to the person behind the wheel. I mean, we think it might be due to a turbo problem we had. It means we had overboost, a bit faster in a straight line, just a mechanical thing that went wrong. If that is the case, be a bit of a bugger if it is.
We've been disqualified for, unfortunately, overboost of the car and overpower. Started from the back of the grid, it's not a huge problem. It will be exciting to see them come through.
All right, thank you.
Round 4 of the season for the Praga Cup UK. Power comes on and away they go. They charge up towards the first corner for the first time. And Jimmy Broadbent's car, started by Gordie Mutch, number 87, has joined in from the pit lane at the back. As though the pole sitter Rob Wheldon, number 4, has got the advantage. He sinks into second place. That's David Morales, the teenage American. For the lead there at the hairpin, 86 up the inside. David Morales has taken the lead.
I end up getting P1 after 2 laps, and I start progressively building my gap, and then one thing led to another, and I went off and all spiraled down from there. But yeah, I was in P1 when I came into the pits.
We had to unfortunately come in early, and I came out in 3rd place, and there were still people to pit, so we were potentially still going to be, up there. And then after that, I got a comms through saying that we've got a stop-go penalty. The go was for going too fast into the pit lane, and we had another one for doing the pit stop too fast.
Made great progress from just at the back of the grid to second, and then I, was working on first, but I kept getting pushed off, so that was difficult.
Just missed out at all. Oh, there's a tangle on the final lap between the 4th place bike. Jay Morton has spun.
Just got, I don't know, must have got the power too soon. The back end just spun. It was facing the other way. I was just like, And then by the time I got it restarted, everyone else had passed.
And then obviously jumped out of the car, sort of 10 seconds, 15 seconds off the lead, I believe, and Matt jumped in. And Matt had a great stint as well. You know, again, it took him a bit of time to adapt to the changes that we've made. But once he did, then yeah, his pace was really, really strong. So managed to maintain second.
Took a bit to get into it and get the tyres up temperature and going, and then it got better and better through the stint. We made some changes in brake bias at pit stop. Charles got in, did a stonking drive, got us through back up to third. Nearly got second. We had a really good battle at the end there with the raw car.
Down towards Agostini.
Have you heard that?
Your car?
Yeah.
So changing map won't do shit?
No.
Can we fix it in the pits?
We can try to, but we might end up losing a bit of time with it.
Better to lose time and finish the race legal?
Yeah.
Broadbent and Mutch take the win. Matt Bell brings the car started by Rob Wheldon home in second. Charles Hall takes third place in the car started by Scott Mittell.
Fastest lap and the race win, so clean sweep. And yeah, it was a nice moment while it lasted, but it didn't last very long.
Haven't got a rule. Well,
Which have Duratec Pinto flag. We knew, like, got out of the car and I knew, like, that they're going to be looking at us, yeah. Which was even worse, going to the podium thinking, well, cool, this isn't going to do anything. But yeah, well, yeah, it was a nice moment. It's nice to take the checker flag in the lead, and I always have to say to myself, like, you know, you're out here racing, you're very lucky to do it. Doesn't mean that, of course, when you put in all that effort and it's taken away from you, that you can't be frustrated. So I think it's good to just sort of live through the frustration and then reset.
And then unfortunately we were disqualified as well due to a ride height infringement. Rules are the rules, and that's fair, fine and fair enough. Everyone's got to play to the same rules.
2 cars excluded in front of us. Yeah, not the way, and that's obviously promote us at P3 on the grid. So not the way we'd like to get trophies. Obviously, shame for the other guys, but obviously the rules are set in place for a reason, and whatever's happens now happens. So
yeah, I mean the 2 people that we were racing with are our 2 main riders of the championship, the raw car and the Fanatec car. So yeah, them both being disqualified obviously helps our championship.
Bye, thank you. Good morning. It's Sunday for race 2 in the Praga Snetterton. So we're excited about that. We had a good run yesterday. So we qualified near the back, although I managed to get the fastest lap in qualifying. So combined, that put us, I think, 7th on the grid, but raced through to the lead. We were holding on to 4th with Jay having a big battle. He had a spin, which was unfortunate, but he was doing really well, had a lot of pressure. So he's gaining experience all the time, and we still finished well. I think we got 5th or 6th yesterday, but it's been our best performance so far. So today, hopefully we're going to build on that and get to the front again and try and get on that podium. That's what it's all about.
Qualifying took place this morning, and it is the number 87 car that qualified fastest. So yes, Jimmy Broadbent is on pole. He starts the car alongside the number 4 Raw Motorsport car. Matt Bell taking the start, sharing with Rob Wheldon. The red lights, they come then. Register these 365 BXB turbo engines rise, and we are underway towards the first corner, and it is Matt Bell, as expected, who moves into the lead. Stunning looking machines, these Pragas, sort of midway between a sports prototype and a single-seater.
No, it's a good race, best race I've ever raced. I mean, we started at the back of the grid, we were 2nd from the back. Pressure on Gemma, had a little knock with her, coming on the inside, put a bit of pressure on her, managed to get past her at the hairpin. By that time it was time to hand over to Ben.
And the 85 of Ben Collins taking over from Jay Morton.
Came out of the pits just behind, I guess, whoever was one from last, and then get the hammer down and chase for 3rd. You can't see the gap, how far away you are from anybody. It's a bit lonely out there, but I could see where my objective was, which was 3rd.
Okay. Short pit stop.
And then investigation, car number 4 is under investigation for a short pit stop.
The penalty for, we believe it was less than 3/10. It's harsh, but it is what it is. We held on 2nd, so 2nd's a reasonable result, and we'll take that.
It was great fun. It was great fun to race Scott.
We were roughing each other up a little bit out there, but it was fair. We leave the space for each other, and that's what makes it fun, really.
Wide over the curve, he's pushing too hard here.
I was defending everything, he was going for everything, and then it was pretty close going around underneath the bridge, but had a nice hard fair battle.
No, I mispositioned myself a bit, I think, and then sort of got bullied out of the position. But to be fair, I think I actually ended up where I would have been anyway. And hand over to Gordie, and he did what Gordie does.
Here is our leader. Problems yesterday, no problem today. The 87 car takes the win. Yes,
Vindicated. This is for yesterday. Yes, mate. Right, let's go.